Hey guys, welcome back to the Reed Homestead. Today we're going to talk about the first rule of homesteading, which is, you go into a new place, you want a homestead, you got at least an acre of land you could do a lot with. The first thing you do before you start taking down trees and building garden beds, start composting. I wish I knew this 2 years, 3 years ago. I could have a ton of compost right now for free. And let's go over how to do this, okay? Real quick. Here's just a quick little garden update, I guess. These are blueberries already in bloom. We did a little pruning about month and a half ago, and this thing is exploding with blueberries. You can see them all. This one too. This one's a little wider. So, but you can see blueberries are in bloom. I treated the bases of them with potash just from the fire pit right here. You can see down at the bottom, all this is hardwood that I do in the, got a 22-inch big boy here, Weber. So all the ash down at the bottom is potash. You could use that as fertilizer. Blueberries love it. So, along with sulfur, you could use a lot of different things, but first thing, you want to start doing is composting at your new homestead, okay? So, here's some compost. What we're doing, we're pulling from the natural resources we have available to us. So, we have a lot of trees here. I'm making raised garden beds out of the trees using the logs. Just measure them out, chainsaw them, and then this is just compost, leaves and grass clippings from the lawn. Okay, so we got one. You just line these with cardboard. So I'm going to get in here with a weed whacker, weed whack all of this, line it with cardboard, put the ends on, and then compost and topsoil. Okay, so we got one here. We're going to have two. I'm going to do a third one here, and then we're going to use the kids' swing set that's no longer in use as a trellis for our tomato garden back here. We get a lot of shade, so the sun comes up right over here, back this way. It gets incredibly hot during the summer months. So I do have shade cloth. We're going to build some trellising using some 6x4s for the shade cloth, but we also have natural shade from the trees. So at about 3-4 o'clock, we'll start getting shade on the garden, which is good. Garden doesn't like scalding hot water or weather. It's just like people; they don't like to be burned. Here are prunings. I said we did some clippings, so you can see they're still alive, sprouting new leaves. Okay, there's a Granny Smith with the tie on it, the white tie. These are peach right here. There's Granny Smith. There's a couple of blueberries in there. This is a hibiscus, red hibiscus bush. Here's the Meyer lemon, already sprouting flowers. So we're gonna have some lemons soon. Pruned that, composted it, filled it with wood chip. Here are some of the purple carrots that I got the seeds from Michigan Gardener. There are some, let me see, strawberries. I did kind of like a food island here. So I had 10 all-star shrubs, strawberry shrubs that I bought, planted down the line here. Okay, right in front of the trees. The Granny Smith is doing great. We got a couple flowers here. So this is fruiting already. Here's the Red Delicious, also doing really well. Got some flowers on that. We've got, like I said, 10 all-star strawberries growing here. This is a Quachita blackberry right here. And then next to it is a red Latham raspberry. So we're gonna have blackberry bushes. This is what I do to get rid of weeds. You know, you just cover them up and you'll kill them off. This is the pear tree. It's doing good. No flowers, but it's doing the best I've seen. So it's doing really good until the Japanese beetles get here. Elephant garlic. There's the new asparagus bed. Last year we did, you know, an asparagus bed in the baby pool right here. So I transplanted it probably a month and a half ago. It's doing really good. Those are Mary Washington asparagus. So this whole thing is gonna probably fill out with asparagus. There's the peach tree. We've already got some fruits on it. Little baby fruits, probably 4 or 5 so far. And the cherry tree, doing probably the best that it's gone so far. Let me get rid of this. Love when YouTube just busts in there with a video. So this is the cherry tree. It's doing really well so far. Again, until the Japanese beetles. I did get my Spectracide down in the soil to kill off any of the grubs coming up. We're getting ready to trellis the grapevines. So this is a, let's see, seedless muscadine, which is green seedless grape. These are seedless Candace, purple grapes. So you can see it's sprouting leaves, which is a good sign. That means the transplant is successful. It's got some leaves growing on it. That's good. And then we've got another seedless muscadine right here. Just got done skinning the poles for trellising on those. We're gonna do some corn back here, along with pumpkins. We'll do pumpkin, watermelon, let them run down here where the truck is. So I'll plant them right back here and just let them take over. Compost. Most of this stuff has got compost in it. The middle here, all composted. Just natural compost from the lawn. So what I'll do, usually I'll do, you know, 3 or 4 rows of grass, and then I'll mulch up some leaves together with that in the same bag. I do wheelbarrow fulls, so each wheelbarrow is about 4 bags. So 4 bags fills up the wheelbarrow. I bring it back here to the mess. This thing used to be full. This was my big compost bin. I've used all the compost. I just transplanted some from here. This is my starter bin. So I just did this a couple of days ago. Had it in there. What was in here, I transplanted to here, and you can see this compost is pretty good. Things grow in this. See how moist that is? That's good. Good compost. It's just leaves and grass clippings. So when you get your homestead, first thing you want to do as you're cutting the lawn, you know, pile up some leaves, mix it, you know, mulch those up. I've got a Toro, 22-inch Toro mulcher. So when I cut the lawn, I make sure to also add a pile of leaves in there. So it's already mixed up. You stack it in a starter bin. We do have a dog, Bo, as some of you know that follow the channel. He leaves landmines as you can see, Bose landmines. I put those right in the middle of the compost. Once they dry out a little bit, put them right in there. Organic matter. It's got everything that's going to help break down those leaves and grass clippings. You know, helps break it down real quick. And that compost pile that we were just at was steaming the other day. I mean, I had to flip it and make room because, you know, if I knew 2 years ago how much benefit composting could be, I would have started 2 years ago. So start your composting first when you get your homestead. This is a garlic bed. There's elephant garlic in here. Most of this is store-bought. You know, you just wash the ends of them, root them on the windowsill. Again, this is the purple carrot from Michigan Gardener. Look how big they are. They're going to seed, which is good. I'll have more free seed. But they're huge. You know, all in compost. Italian parsley right here. This is mint. Back here is Greek parsley. More mint. Eucalyptus right here. This is lemon balm. These bushes here, these get really big, so you trim those up for tea. Lemon balm and mint tea, really good. Cabbage back here. This is the bell pepper. So I got 2 of those. Ghost pepper right here. Basil. This is giant jalapeno. These are from last year. They did make it through. You can see there's leaves on here. This is chocolate butla. And for those that watched the seeding video, I am hardening off my seeding operation right now. Some transplants. This is the 20 yard wood chip drop. Could use that in your compost pile. These are all the seeds that I got. Mostly Roma tomato and San Marzino tomato. Here's some fennel right here. We've got cabbage. We've got eggplant in there. Like I said, most of the tomato plants are San Marzino and Roma. Then we've got a bunch of zucchini and straight neck yellow squash. Really psyched about this one. Chocolate primatale. Eggplants. Chocolate butla. Got a few of those. 7-pot reaper cross. This is cilantro or eggplant. Celery. 2 things of celery. So when I do my composting, you know, I'll do front lawn and back lawn. And like I said, I'll do 2 or 3 rows of grass. And then I'll come around. My neighbor's like, what do you do with all the leaves? And what I do is I just surround the trees with them until springtime when I start composting. So you're gonna do 2, 3 rows, 4 rows of grass, and then I'll do a couple laps around the trees, get up some of those leaves. So you're mixing your nitrogen or your carbon, and then you know, fill the wheelbarrow like that. It's already pre-mixed pretty much. Bring it back to your bin, and then you know, mix it up, add some water, maybe throw some droppings in there from the dog in the middle, right in the middle. And within a day or two, that pile will start steaming. It's already starting to work, starting to compost. So first rule of homesteading is definitely composting before you do anything else. You know, before you start taking down trees, and before you start taking down trees, before you start building garden beds, the first thing you want to do is compost. So just mow the lawn, put a bag on your mower, load it into the wheelbarrow, add some leaves, mulch up some leaves in your lawnmower too, in your bag, mix them together, throw them in your bin, or just a pile. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a bin. I just happen to have leftover planks, wood planks, so I built bins. If you don't have a bin, you don't need them, just throw them in a pile. You know, they're already mixed. When you do 3-4 rows of grass, and then you cut a pile of leaves, it's mixing in the bag. Dump the bag out wherever you're going to compost, add some water, add some dog poop to the middle. That'll help break everything down and start the process. In a day or two, it'll start steaming, and now you're making your own compost. You don't have to go out and spend $8 a bag for compost. And this compost is much better. It's all organic. So that's the first thing you want to do. Before taking down trees and building garden beds, start composting. You're going to need a ton of it. That's all. Hope you liked the video, got something out of it. So, we're going to learn from each other. So, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so you can see the progress on this. This is going to look really good when it's done. It's just taking some time. It's just me out here. Until next time, guys, this has been Pat at the Reed Homestead. God bless. Have a great day.